Hello and welcome to myminimaths.co.uk video tutorials. And today we're going to be multiplying and dividing decimal numbers by 10, 100 and 1000. And on to question 1, which is 4.76 times by 1000. And again, a little reminder, because we're multiplying by 1000, that's the same as saying times 10, times 10, times 10, so that's 3 spaces larger. So if we write out our number 4.76, we have our hundredths here, we have our tenths, we have the decimal point always lined up, we have our units, tens, hundreds, thousands, and so on. Now, because we're taking 4.76 and we're going to multiply by 1000, that's 3 spaces. So we're going to take one of the digits, it doesn't matter which one. I'm going to take the 6 hundredths. We're going to move it 1 space, 2 spaces, and finally 3 spaces into the tens column. And then everything else is going to stick together. So we have our 6, 7 and our 4. And don't forget, we have a gap. So we place a 0 in there for a final answer of 4,760. And next we're on to question 2, which is 0.8 multiplied by 100. So if we take our number, which is 0.8, and because we're multiplying by 100, that's the same as saying times 10 times 10, and we're going to move our 8 digit, our 8 tenths, 2 spaces bigger. So first of all, we're going to move into the units and then again into the tens. So we end up with a final answer of 80. And next we're on to question 3. Now this time we're going to be dividing. It's 58.3 and we're dividing that by 1000. So, which means that we are dividing by 10, dividing by 10 and dividing by 10, so that's 3 spaces smaller. So if we take our number 58.3 and then we move it 3 spaces smaller, so we can take any of the digits, it doesn't matter. Let's take the 5 and we'll move it 1 space, 2 spaces, 3 spaces. So our 5 finishes in the hundredths column and everything else follows it. Don't forget these digits stick together, and then we have a gap in the tenths here. Decimal point always lines up, and then we have 0 units as well for a final answer of 0.0583. And finally we're on to question 4, which is 0.06 dividing by just a single 10 this time. So if we write out our number 0.06 and we're going to divide it by 10, so that's just 1 space smaller, so the 6 will move into the thousandths column here, and then we can just fill in our gaps, making sure those decimal points line up for a final answer of 0.006. Thank you very much for listening today, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Take care.